Hi. Okay, so yesterday I went live for about 4 minutes, and then I don't know, um, wasn't feeling it. Something just felt off, and I just wasn't inspired, so I just immediately got offline. But I'm more motivated today. I even tried to dress the part as a tarot card reader. You got the jewelry, like the witchy looking shirt, bada bang, bada boom. What's up, everybody? Hey, Jeebus. Hey, Winnie. This is like my favorite shirt. I don't wear it often, but I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. I've got all of my stuff here. Um, I have my tarot cards and crystals. Got my made a cocktail, which I shouldn't be drinking at 5 in the morning, but I mean, like, says who? But oh, look at this. So my rose bush does have some buds on it, like a lot of buds, but it's probably going to be a couple more weeks till I see anything come from those. But I did have these flowers out on my balcony. These are violas, which are edible. You can like put these flowers in salads, which I think is so cool. I don't know why more people don't do that. Like, you don't really see that. I've never seen that in like a restaurant. Granted, I don't go to fancy restaurants, but like, I don't know, you never see like flowers on in a salad. I don't know why, because it's so pretty and that's like such a cool thing. But way to make a beautiful salad. But I got my flowers. I like pretty things. All right, I'm gonna light some incense. Okay, I have to. They're like these strings that come off of the sleeves, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna like reach over a flame and it'll catch on fire. Um, just fix this. Actually, I don't. I mean, I don't really go in the produce section often. I mean, sometimes I do, but usually when I do, I'm not really looking for much. I know exactly. I just want some baby carrots. I'm in and out. Like, I don't really peruse, but although I did work, actually, now that I think about it, I worked at a supermarket and I worked in the produce department, and I never saw edible flowers. No. Oh, I got this shirt. I don't know, like a year ago. Oh, I was gonna light incense. Let me light one of these. Life is so cool. Okay. Um, I got my tattoo. You can't really. It's the sun card. Um, my new tattoo. It looks. The camera doesn't pick up on it very well, but there is so much like detail in this. I really love how it came out. See, this all just in the camera, it all just looks black, but it's not. It's like lines that make it look like a wall. You can't really see it, but there's so much detail in that. I think the girl did an amazing job. I really love that artist. She's very nice. Anyway, Jeebus wants a June update. Okay. Okay. So Jeebus, well, Jeebus, I'm kind of seeing some money trouble. I'm definitely seeing a lot of trouble with money in these cards for the month of June. I think you're going to have some difficult financial decisions to make. And I don't think it's really something that you see coming right now. But I can't help but get the sense that you're going to have the money to like take care of it. So I guess just remember that, you might have less in your bank account after all this is said and done, but at least you had the money to take care of it and you still have money left over. So, I mean, it's just don't make a big deal of it in your head. Don't ask too many questions about it. Just get it taken care of and you know, anyway. And how does Daniel feel about me? Oh, motherfucker. Oh, everything's going wrong. Shit. Oh my God. Hang on. I probably shouldn't add liquor to that. Water. God. Anyway, Winnie. Jesus Christ. I almost set myself on fire. I almost burned my apartment down. Jesus Christ. Okay, anyway. Winnie, I think Daniel does really like you. I do see that there was some kind of conflict or disappointment. So I feel like, I do think he likes you, and I do see romantic feelings here. It's almost like I still like you despite what happened. Um, anyway. Okay. Brittany, did Ben go on his trip to Hawaii with a romantic interest? Okay. Did Ben? Oh, that's a yikes. Anyway, let me see. Okay, did Ben go on his trip to Hawaii with a romantic interest? Okay, Brittany. Yeah. I think so. Definitely getting the sense from these cards. Not sure if this matters, but I almost feel like it was her idea. This girl that he's with or was with, it was kind of more her idea than anything else. But yeah, I would say yes. By the way, thank you, Chumba. I love to wear the color black. I think I look better in black. I'm I'm super into witchy stuff anyway, and I think a lot of witches tend to wear black. Not necessarily, but although, you know, I look terrible in black wife pleasers. I don't call them the other thing anymore. Which I thought it was hysterical that there was a man's shirt called a wife beater forever until like the last couple years. The name is now wife pleaser. I remember once I was watching Judge Judy, and the plaintiff was like describing what happened, and she was like, "Yeah, he was like he was wearing a wife beater," and all of a sudden Judge Judy was like, "What? He was wearing his what?" And then she turned to Bird, and she was like, "Is that what that shirt's really called?" And he was like, "Yep, Bird," because Bird knows all things. Bird was always hip with the kids, you know. So often Judy would have to kind of turn to Bird for some enlightenment. Anyway, who's up next? Okay, my ex Ty reached out today. We talked a few times. What does he want from me, or whatever comes out? I can be a little in the rose-colored glasses. Okay. 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 So what does Ty want from Shirley? What does Ty want from Shirley? Okay. Huh. Shirley. I will say when I saw these cards, the very first thing that came to mind was just to kind of heal the connection between the two of you, not necessarily to be like dating again, but just to make nice, you know, make the energy better between the two of you is the very first thing that I thought of. I would be careful about getting back in a relationship with him because I think that it's really not a good idea. Especially after what I see that he did. I mean, I don't actually know what he did, but definitely something that was a huge betrayal. But I think he just wants to. The very first thing I thought of was he just honestly wants to kind of make nice. Okay. Is T happy I wrote him back? Let me see. Okay. It's so funny. Yesterday I was live for literally 4 minutes. I was asked one question and I don't know, maybe I was just kind of in a bad place mentally, but I was just like, I can't do this right now. I thought like a little part of me really did want to go live and like do the whole thing. But after I got one single question, I'm like, I can't with people's problems today. Like I'm already screwed in the head enough. So I just got off. But I'm in a better mood today. I'm kind of glad to be doing this. I'm having fun, and I hope you guys are having fun too. Okay. Okay, Brittany, I was about to answer your question, but I honestly forgot what it was. Something about tea. I can't remember what it was though. Okay, LP had a question too, but I think I know what it was, but I can't remember exactly. So if you guys want to retype your questions, if you still want to ask them, go ahead. Oh, there's 10 people watching me. It's kind of a lot for my channel. Is T happy I wrote him back? Okay. Is T happy that I wrote him back? Okay, let's see. By the way, Shirley, you're welcome. Oh, this is interesting. I mean, Brittany, it's hard for me to say exactly, but this certainly doesn't look good. So let me tell you this, and this should help give you some clarity, or at least you should, make a decision about what you're going to do moving forward. But I think two things might be true here. Either he's not happy about you or something. His energy towards you doesn't seem like it's warm and lovely and nice. I mean, that's all I'm really going to say. Or maybe I'm getting these cards simply because, like, whatever kind of connection you would have with him in the future would be something very detrimental to you. So, and the cards I'm seeing, it's an interesting spread because I have 2 4s in reverse and then the 5. So, I don't know. These cards are very kind of closely related to me. Anyway. What's up, Chobabin? I'm going to call you Cho. That's easier for me. All right, so LP, whenever you're done driving, I'm going to be live for quite a while longer, so I'm sure you'll have time to, when you're not driving, you can ask again. Just general love, please. Okay. Let me see. A date keeps canceling. Okay. All right. Let me see. Love reading for LP. Well, LP, I do see a man. I'm assuming you like men, because I have King of Swords, Queen of Wands. Although I almost get the vibe that you probably like both, but probably more so men. I mean, this definitely looks good. So I would definitely say that love is on the way. I get the set. Okay, you're bi. Oh, I was right. Okay, good. I'm assuming that what's sort of more on the way is a man. Um, I don't know. I just feel like you're someone that has options. So that would tell me, I'm assuming you're probably very attractive, um, if this is the case. But you don't have to say if you are or aren't, because either way, it's I don't know, just a weird thing to say. But anyway, the future of love is looking very good. Good for you. You're going to have a lot of options, a lot of opportunities. Very good. Um, very good fortune there. Um, but and I do kind of feel like you're going to get set up with somebody, probably from a friend. Like a friend is going to tell you, "Oh, I know this guy, and I'd love to set you up with him." Um, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Definitely, probably on the way. Um, anyway, so I don't know. Get excited about the future. Good, really good things are on the way. Um, yeah. You know, I was thinking about getting another tattoo, which I really should probably wait a while because they are really expensive and I don't have money like that. But I think I'm gonna wait a while, most likely. But I think the very next one that I get is gonna be a crescent moon, maybe right here. I'm a little paranoid to tattoo that area because it's like really veiny, but I think you can. Well, I'm not sure if you're actually able to tattoo that spot, but I swear I've probably seen people with um, tattoos there. I mean, that's got to be fine. That'd probably fucking hurt though. That spot. Oh god. Maybe a little black crescent moon. Um, Hi Michelle. Hey Chica. Ooh, bonjour. Uh, oh, how do you say that? Oh, I forget. J'ai obtenu mon nouveau tatouage. Look. Ooh. Hey, is KRC going to contact me out of the blue to offer me the job position? Okay, Michelle. I looked at your name really quickly. I swear I thought it was Michelle Visage. I'm like, girl, no, you're not. But it doesn't say that. It says Varjaz. Anybody know who Michelle Visage is? I never knew who she was until like a couple years ago when I started to get really into like drag. Um, I know I've been a gay guy my entire life, and I was never into drag queens ever until like 2 or 3 years ago. Now I think they're hysterical, but I just never thought about it, never anything. Anyway, so you want to know if you're going to get this job offer from this particular person. Um, oh, got it. Okay. So Varjas, is that it? Varjas? Because I know that you also have to like roll the R. I would like to learn more Spanish, but I'd rather just fucking get good at French than have to start an entirely new language. My sister's really good at speaking Spanish. Um, I mean, she's been studying it now for a few years in college. She's also a flight attendant, and I think the main reason she's doing it is because if she can get um, the credits for learning Spanish, then she'll make more money at her job. So, but I've heard, I mean, I'll be like, Tara, come on, give me a little Spanish, and she'll just start going on and on and on, saying, I don't know what, I just saying stuff in Spanish, and it certainly sounds very Spanishy to me. I don't know. I don't know because I don't speak Spanish and it's not my first language. It just sound like I'm assuming she's probably speaking it very well, the way it's sounding to me, because she just sounds I don't know. But yeah. Wait, hang on. Oh, um so Michelle, I don't really see um an offer coming from that person, but I'm definitely seeing plenty of money in the future. So I mean, I have to assume the reason that you're not going to get this job is because there's something better on the way. I have to believe stuff like that is true. But I mean, I can definitely see how this reading sways it, that you're not going to get this job offer. But with this card, I definitely see plenty of money in the future. And I honestly see a job that's a lot easier to do. That just kind of came to me with that card, too. Um, Something tells me that whatever job that you were looking at is something that's really difficult. Um, but anyway, I'm definitely seeing a good job in the future, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. I have to check my phone. Hang on. Coming. God, I'm all sweaty. Okay. Let me see. In case someone sent me money, I just want to see. Because I have all the money apps on my phone. So if someone does send me money, my phone makes a noise. Um, okay. Maybe it's just a text message. Okay, someone did send me money. Who just sent me money? Um, um, you know, I work at Dunkin' Donuts. So there was a time when I was trying to learn Spanish that would help me with the job, because it is something that happens at least once a day where someone comes in and I can tell their first language is Spanish, but well, sort of I can tell, but they really seem to have trouble like ordering. Maybe not every day, maybe like once every couple days, but I mean, it doesn't really matter because the manager that works there, who I love, her name Diana, her first language is Spanish, so I can't tell you how many times I've been like, because I can say hablo español, and then they'll be like sí or whatever, and then I'm like, one moment, we have a translator available today at this establishment, so I just get the manager and she takes their order. It's kind of cool. Hi Kelsey, how you doing? Welcome back. Um, you know what's funny? I thought like if I wanted to learn Spanish, I thought I'd be good at it because I can roll my R's, but then I realized um, like I tried to say you are my angel. I wanted to say that to my boss because I thought she would like that. It's kind of a cute thing for me to do. But I think it's tu eres mi angel. But I always say the word angel wrong. It's like it's not angel. There's like a way to, there's like the letters in the middle I cannot say. I mean, if I said, I'm sure she knew what I was saying, but I can definitely tell I just couldn't get that out. Like I couldn't just make that sound in the angel part of the word, or like the middle part of the angel word. Um, so I don't know. I guess no matter how hard I try it, my Spanish would be a little bit shit. I like speaking French though. I'm pretty sure I can make like every sound in the French language. I've never come across one that I couldn't say, although there are some French words that are hard for me to say. Not many, but like what's one? I can't think of what they are, but I know I've run into that where like just the word itself is such a mouthful that it's hard for me to get out. Not necessarily that I can't make a certain sounds, but I don't know. Some words are a lot. Although I'm like that in English too. Obviously English is my first language, but some English words I just leave out letters completely. Honestly. Um, like months. Oh, it's been months and months. I don't say months. I don't think anybody says that. Everyone just says months. That's how English people speak. Or, people that speak English. Or at least in America. Nobody here says months. That's too exhausting. By the way, lovely me. I'll call you Mitch. Yeah, you can ask a question. Maybe it's a dialect thing then. Because my boss repeated it to me, and then I was like, wait a minute, what? It almost sounded like when she said the word angel, it almost sounded Arabic or something, like the way she pronounced it. I know she obviously was speaking in Spanish. She's from Mexico, so maybe it's just a regional thing, some kind of accent they have when they say certain letters. What are Jay's next actions to me? We had a big argument and had basically no contact since then. Okay, well, sorry to hear that you're not getting along with someone, but let me see what's coming down the pipe. I mean, the pike. Let's see what's coming down the pike. All right. Okay. Okay. Jay's next actions. Well, Mitch, I definitely see good things on the way. I don't think you're going to stay mad at each other forever, which definitely tells me that he will totally let go of what happened in the past. And I think the two of you are going to get back together. And I think it's going to be a lot better this time around. So I think maybe just you had to have that argument. Maybe you had to kind of fight a little bit just to realize certain things because I actually see a bright future with him. Anyway, or her. I'm assuming it's a man because I got this card. But I think I see good things on the way. Ooh, I'm going to take a sip of my drink. I haven't taken one sip yet. And of course, by the end of this live stream, I'll probably be hammered and exhausted, and I'm going to go take a nap. You know what's funny? Like, I have a very hard time napping. If I do find that I'm like fatigued in the middle of the day, I hate it when that happens because I will try to take a nap and then it's just me spending an hour in bed feeling miserable that I can't actually fall asleep. And then I never end up feeling rested. I don't know. But the nice thing about liquor is that it will just knock me out and I will sleep like a baby. Hi, Gustavo. What, I think you've been here before, right? What will happen between my ex Zara and I? The history is closed. Okay. Okay. Hi, Jessica. Okay, this answer is for Gustavo. Gustavo. What's the future between you and Zara? Zara's a cool name. Gustavo. I'm just trying to figure out what I feel like, what feels right to say to you, because I'm thinking of a few different things and it's not really all adding up to be the same story. Um, well, let me say this. I do see potential here with you and this girl. I just feel like I can't help but feel like this is probably a bad idea anyway. But I do see that there's definitely potential for the two of you to be back together in the future. But I think it would be a lot of the same stuff. And like I just feel like you two just don't really go together. I know I see that there is the potential that you will have good times with this person in the future, but it's also going to come along with headaches and problems. So I just feel like you should probably focus more of your energy on finding somebody that you just work better with. Anyway, that is tough when a relationship is so up and down. Like you got really high highs and really low lows. That's kind of not healthy. I mean, there's always going to be highs and lows in every relationship, but it shouldn't be such like a regular thing. Anyway, Jessica, new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. What is next for W and I in the near future? Okay. Oh. All right, Jessica. What's going on with you and this person? I'm getting a ringing in my ear. That usually goes away in a few seconds. So Jessica, I just I don't see much of a future here. Honestly, I feel like W is just kind of mean. Like he's kind of a mean person. Um, but I think you need to change the way you're thinking about him. You know, what you think he does for you and kind of how he fits into your life. I think you need to really reevaluate um, kind of that. Try to kind of look at what's really going on. And anyway, um, comma, hello. What wants me to know? Okay. What's up, Flower Beauty? How you doing? Okay. I'm doing very good. I'm having a fun morning. I'm actually really into this today. Anyway, to answer Kama's question, what does Spirit want me to know? Okay. So Kama. I don't know how to say the first part of your name, so I'm just gonna. I'm pretty sure that says Kama. All right. Well, Kama. Um, I definitely am getting the way I read cards. I can definitely see that this message is a lot about work. Um, you know, you should aspire to have a really good job. Don't settle for something that you really don't make much money in, you know? I think you're very smart and you're very capable of learning some kind of trade or something that will make you really good money. Don't like settle in life for so much less. I think you absolutely can handle anything. You're really smart and you can do it. Um, I can definitely see here in this reading that the message is you have to learn something new and strive for much better. Okay. Scorpio, Brit, hello. Is Nathan happy with his girlfriend? Okay. Is Nathan happy with his girlfriend? Okay, is Nathan happy with his girlfriend? That was a Sonichi. I would say no, Scorpio. Scorpio Brit, I think that Nathan is very unhappy with her. Um, he thinks she's too lazy, she's too unpredictable, and it's like he never knows what he's going to get that day from her. Um, and I definitely am sensing a little bit of paranoia about what her real intentions are. So, anyway, I mean, it certainly doesn't look good. Is the person who keeps chasing me in a relationship with the girl? Wait a minute, hang on. Is the person who keeps chasing? Got it. Okay. So someone's pursuing you, and you want to know if they're already with someone. So if he's kind of um, like a whore. Um, or what is it called? A gigolo? Is that what it's called? There was like a movie years back. Something American Gigolo or something. It's like a guy who just sleeps around a lot. Anyway, but I will answer your question. Okay, is he in a relationship right now? Okay, well, I don't think so. So if you saw him with a girl, I would think I think it's safe to say that she's just a friend of his. Or I mean, maybe they're not even friends. Maybe they're just I don't know. Maybe they just work together or something. But I don't think he's with her. And I think his offer to you is pretty genuine. Um, you know, anyway. I mean, for all we know, she's his cousin, you know? Hi, Brenda. Hi, Bora. Okay. When Rituraj will come back, I can't say these names. I mean, what do you... I mean, Bora. Um, I do, I do see a return from this person. Probably. Probably sometime by the end of this year, sometime in December, I'm feeling. But maybe early winter, midwinter, sometime in the winter, or like late fall, maybe. But I do think this person is going to come back. Um, and is it true that you kind of still see this person sort of like, I almost want to say this person's been there all along? Like, you still, I don't know. Like, it's not entirely uncommon for you to actually see this person. Um, anyway, Brenda, I'm doing very good. I'm having a lot of fun this morning. Um, oh, I was spot on. Yes. Yes. 1 point Marco, 0 point Satan. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing good. Oh, Brenda, I got my new tattoo. Look, it's the sun card. Maybe I actually will show it better. Okay, it looks, you can't really see. It looks so much better in person. This camera is so shitty. Um, I love the way it came out. I'm so obsessed with it. I'm definitely going back to that girl. It's kind of like, I know there are like so many good tattoo artists out there, but I've been to some that were terrible. I mean, all of my tattoos I think look good, but like there was this one place I went to in Quincy, Massachusetts, and both times I went there, I saw two different guys. The first time I saw one guy, the second time I saw another guy. I was getting some French words and phrases tattooed on me. The first time I went there, I had a piece of paper and I wrote La méchanceté, which means the wickedness in French. I wanted him to tattoo that French word on my arm. He goes to make the stencil and he comes back and it was misspelled. Like, I really feel like they're just really bad people there that just want to give you some shitty tattoo on purpose just because they think it's funny or something. And I had to correct it. I was like, no, it's misspelled. Maybe I know it's really hard because I gave it to you written down on a piece of paper that you could just glance at and make sure you spelled it right. I know, really challenging. But anyway, he came back and it was spelled right. I got my tattoo and I left. I probably still tipped him a good tip or something, but God. And then I went back a second time for my tattoo that's right here. And again, they came back with a stencil that was all kinds of misspelled. Anyway, I don't go there anymore. But this girl that I went to, she's so kind. She's so pleasant. And she did a really good job both times I've seen her so far. And, you know, she was excellent. So if you're ever in Massachusetts, go check her out. She's on Instagram too, at Flakeskin. Really good stuff. All right. Someone asked a question. July F. Um, how is W feeling since I took forever to respond to get back to him? Okay. Okay, so July. I don't think he hates you, but I do think he's very in his head about what happened. Um, if that makes any sense, like maybe some kind of parrot. That's I'm not seeing in these cards this like super angry energy, but I am seeing like a little bit of paranoia, like very in his head, doesn't quite know what your intentions are. Um, anyway, if that helps you kind of at all. Hi, Andrea. Hi, can I ask if George, my work manager, will ask me on a date? Oh, girl. Girl. Really? You can't date your manager. That is such a horrible fucking idea. Maybe if you quit your job and get, work somewhere else, then you can date that manager, but you can't date him while you're working there. That is a horrible fucking idea. I'm just saying. Um, I kind of don't want to encourage this by answering your question because I don't know what I would actually, because I would read the cards and I would tell you what I really see, but I feel like I shouldn't. Um, oh, yeah, you like my earring? It's the moon. Kind of a little on the abstract side. I wear this to work every day, and a lot of people will think it's kind of split. Some people know it's the moon, but then sometimes people say that it looks like an anchor, which the anchor thing, I mean, maybe a little. I don't really see that though. I just see like a cool witchy looking moon. Andrea, I mean, if you really do like him, then I would try to work somewhere else and then see where it goes with him. But I'm just saying, as a friend, think it through. How is everything going to be between Devin, Vincent, and I today and tomorrow? Okay, girl, Brenda. Brenda, I get good vibes from you, Brenda. But where's my gavel? I'm whipping it out. You're torturing me. You are. I almost dropped it. You're torturing me with this Devin guy, Vincent. You ask me the same question every day. What? Listen, girl. What kind of connection do you have with this person that you are wondering how it's going to be every single day? If the energy between the two of you is that unstable, maybe you should try to uh, I don't know, find someone else to hang out with, or I don't know. But it's like, what on earth kind of connection do you have with this person that you're in a constant state of like, oh God, how is it going to be today? Do you understand? Do you know what I mean? Um, I can't answer that question. I'm so sick of answering that question. And I've been good. I've answered that question about, if I was to guess an actual number, I would say about maybe 9 or 10 times. When you've come in here, you ask me the same exact thing every day. I remember you guys, what your questions are. But it's like torture. It's torture. I can't do it. Okay. But you still get a free question. So everybody gets a free one. Um, okay. All right. You're torturing me. Okay. Okay. By the way, I only do one free question for everybody. But I'll go live again probably tomorrow morning. I go live most mornings, and you can always come back again and ask another question. All right. And I will always do free questions. As my channel grows, it might be harder, but I'm smart. I'll figure out a way to still do free questions, at least sometimes. I'll figure out how. I'll find a way to still do it. But I'm there as the channel grows. I'll definitely have to try to. I'll definitely find a way to make things work, because I will have to change things over time. You know, I really want to make a video and talk about like the private readings that I'm going to be doing, just so it's out there, how to contact me and where it's going to be facilitated and all that stuff. I've been meaning it's a video that will take me literally 5 minutes. It might take 5 minutes to do, but I've just been putting it off for weeks now. Isn't that it's so insane? It would take me 5 minutes to just make the video and put it online, but I'm so like, maybe I'm just lazy, or I don't know. Oh my God, Cyprus. I want to go to Cyprus. There's a lady that I used to follow. I just spoke about her a few days ago. Helen Demetriou. She's this really cool light worker that lives in Cyprus. I don't know if she still lives in Cyprus. I haven't seen any of her videos in a few years. I'm not sure if she's even still on YouTube, but I used to love to watch her. I'm sure she still has videos on the internet. Go look her up. Helen Demetriou. And she just, if you're feeling anxious or down or whatever, she can really lift you up. Actually, you know what? I'm going to look that up right now. I'm going to look up and see if she's still on YouTube. I hope she is. I haven't watched any of her stuff in a long time, but it's good to know that she's just still there if I want to. Helen. How do you spell Demetriou? I so did not spell that right. Oh, she's still here. Let me see. Oops, sorry. I don't know if you heard that, but oops. Okay, so let me see. It looks like well, it says the last video that she posted was a year ago. Although maybe she has some shorts that are more recent. Hang on, hang on, I'm not looking at the chat right now. I'm on a different page, but I just want to see. Oh, no, so she does have some shorts that are recent. The last short that she made was on April 20th of this year. But she has really lovely energy, if you ever want to look her up. Okay, whoa. I can't. I'm going to call you Pedro. Pedro Costa, because I can't say those other words. I don't know how. And I don't even think I'm saying Pedro Costa right. What does my cousin Carolina think about me? Okay. What does your cousin Carolina think about you? Let me see. Oh, shit. Oh, this just landed in gross water. And then I just rubbed it on my couch, my chair. Great. This chair is getting filthy. I have to figure out a way to fix that. Because this chair is like, the material is kind of like suede, sort of. But I'll be smoking and then like ashes will fall on it. And then I try to wipe it off and then it's just like a black smear. And there's like 3 or 4 of those markings to my right side on the chair. I have to figure out how to, maybe just a little water and a cloth and we'll get it out. Okay, anyway, so what does my cousin Carolina think about me? Let me see. Okay. Well, Pedro Costa, I think your cousin really likes you. This person thinks you're very strong and successful and powerful. Um, I mean, I see a lot of respect in this reading. So definitely has a lot of respect for you. Um, not even sure why you're asking me that question because I feel like she's done nothing to make you question that. Because if she is this respectful of you, I doubt she would act in some kind of weird way. Okay, Aman Jane. Hi, Marco. Will I get satisfactory stipend from Venus Graph? I am almost selected to intern at Venus Graph, but I will only work there if I get a good stipend. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I don't know what a stipend is. Clearly it's something about money, but okay. Got it. Okay. So Imam, let me pull some cards and see what I meant to say to you. Okay, well, Imam, to answer your question, you will get something from them, but it's not an amount that you would be completely thrilled with. Okay. I mean, I still feel like I don't know. Anyway, to answer your question, there will be a stipend, but it's not going to be something that you're thrilled with. So it so your question was, will it be satisfactory? And I kind of don't think so. Um, it's not horrible, but it's certainly not up to what you're looking for. So anyway, um, the Lone Wolf wants a general reading. Okay. Oh, hang on, I'm skipping somebody. Hang on. Let me get back to this person because I just realized I skipped them. What is that word? Ascetic soul. I had an interview on Saturday. How will it go? Okay. How will it go? Interview. Well, aesthetic soul, I think you're gonna get the job. I don't think you're gonna like the job. Um, because I feel like a lot of the people that work there aren't very good at what they do. But I mean, you're gonna get the job, but you're gonna end up really not liking it. So I still think you should work. I mean, yeah, you should take the job, but in the meantime, kind of keep your eyes open for something better and something else. Um, anyway, I think you should, just for now, but keep looking for something better. Anyway, so next I was gonna answer Lone Wolf wants a general. Okay. Oh wait, there was something I wanted to say to somebody. I don't remember. I don't know. I've taken like 2 sips of my drink. I've been live for an hour and 12 minutes, and I've only taken literally like 2 sips of my drink. Proud of myself. It's about progress, not about perfection. I don't really get the chance to drink much because I'm constantly answering questions. Okay, bye, Chumba. So the lone wolf. This is what I'll say to you. First of all, I think that you really need to show the world what you can do. I feel like you're someone who's very talented at certain things, and you're not really showing people what you're capable of. I don't know. Maybe you feel a certain way about it, but I would whatever your talent is. I don't know what this talent is that you have, but I would show it off more. I think that's a good idea. And also, I just feel the need to kind of say to you that, okay, so you're really good. There's either one thing or more than one thing that you are very, very good at that you're not really showcasing to people. So make an Instagram for this talent of yours or TikTok and then show people what you can do. You're not I mean, with this is what I'm talking about, this card in reverse. I feel like you have a lot of talent that you're not really showcasing to people. And also, you know, it's good when unexpected things happen. If you had the power to know what's going to happen every moment of every day, if you knew what every moment of the future was going to be, then how would you feel about that? Um, you know, how would that make you feel going throughout life if you had that kind of power? I mean, it's a good thing that you just can't do something like that. I mean, I certainly can't do something like that. I mean, I can pull tarot cards and maybe sometimes get a rough idea of something, but like, it's a very good thing that we don't know what the future is for the most part. But I definitely think that um, okay. Um, but I think your future is bright. Um, I definitely think that you have an idea of where you're going, and you're on the right track. All right. That's a good point. If you know what the future is, then you could manipulate it. I'm just saying it's nice when something is a pleasant surprise. Um, and it is also in those moments when if something seems bad and unexpected, it's in our reactions to these things that we learn about ourselves and how to approach things in the future, to be, like a better person. But hi, Kiki. Okay, Kiki, how does my crush currently feel about me? Um, so Kiki, the truth is, you might like him. I don't really get the sense that he likes you back. Or maybe what I'm more meant to say is that I don't think he's the most like stable person. I think you would find, like, even if you were to be in a relationship with him, I think you would definitely end up seeing that he's kind of very emotionally unstable, doesn't really know how to handle his feelings. Um, but anyway, I think you just need to look elsewhere. It's a big world out there. There's a lot of really great guys that are going to treat you good, that are good looking, that are really great for you. And I don't think this guy is someone that you want to kind of be with anyway. Hi, Ashley. Thank you. Um, it's a little moon. My lover, Vin, sent me a message this morning saying he wanted to make it clear he doesn't want a personal or romantic relationship with me. Does he truly feel this way? I love him deeply. I mean, yeah. Phyllis. I think that's definitely how he feels. I don't get the sense that he's like a really bad guy. I just don't. I think. Have you ever heard the term friends with benefits? I think he's not someone that really wants a relationship with anybody. It's not just you. He just doesn't want commitment. He doesn't want to feel like he can only be with one person. Um, he's not a super bad guy, but I do think if you're looking for something serious, then I would just. I mean, if you're okay with just having fun with him, then that's fantastic. I encourage it. But no, you know what? I think he does like you, but he doesn't love you, or at least he doesn't love you in the way that you want to be loved. So I think it's time to move on from him. Look elsewhere. Look for something better. Um, I mean, that's what you want. That's what you deserve. Okay. Well, yeah, Abhinav. I think you will have romance soon. I think it will be soon, but it will be somebody new. Okay. If you want really good romance in your life, I would not look to the past, but I would be open to something completely new in the future. All right. Hi, Jora. Or Jora. Jora. Okay. What's next for me in love? Whenever I read comments, I always read them like I just learned how to read 2 years ago. Has anybody noticed that? I'm good at reading. Like I can read quickly, but for some reason, you know what I think it is? Because almost most of the comments that people leave on this channel, there are so many like spelling errors and grammatical mistakes that I'm just so used to having to read them like I'm like a moron. I swear I'm good at reading. It's just there's always so many errors in what people say to me. Sometimes it's a struggle to even figure out what their question is. You know what I mean? I swear I'm good at reading. Um, but okay. What's next for me in love? Jora wants to know. Jora. Okay. What's next for me in love? Love. Well, well, Jora, I do see some good energy coming. And you say you're single. I kind of feel like this person is someone from your past, and I think it's actually going to be a relationship that goes the distance. Um, I feel like the reason that you two broke up before was something that probably wasn't too serious because, I mean, if he did something like devastating to you, I doubt that you would probably even take him back. So that's why I'm saying, like, I feel like the reason you two broke up is something so kind of silly, I guess, maybe. But I do think this is someone that you've already been with before. Um, anyway. And I don't think it's anyone that you met through like school or work. I don't think it's anyone from that environment. Um, anyway. Miriam, hi. What does that say? Medi's feelings for Miriam. Will he make first move? All right. Well, Jora, I do see some good things coming your way. So obviously that means a relationship, a good one. So I guess just be excited about that. Um, okay. So anyway, Miriam. Miriam. I like that name, Miriam. You don't hear that often. Um, okay. So Miriam, let me pull a few cards. Um, well, Miriam, all I'm gonna say is that I do think he definitely likes you romantically, and I do see a relationship developing in the future. Whether he makes the first move or not is it doesn't matter. But I do see the beginning of a new relationship. All right. Okay. Okay, Ashley, will I have babies? Oh, Ashley. Okay. Yes, Ashley, I think you will. I think you're going to get married someday to a man. You will have children. Um, anyway, so that's a definite yes. Um, anyway, hang on, my alarm's going off. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Urjo, I'm in. Well, I don't know the name for my time zone, but I live very close to Boston. So for me right now, it's 6:50 in the morning. Yeah, my lips are a little dry. Anyway, so I finally have a chance to breathe. Um, I've just been like constantly answering questions for a long time now, so it's kind of nice to get to stop and just chit chat with you guys. Um, um, it's funny. This my new tattoo. It's the sun card. It looks a little shiny right now because there's ointment on it. But after I got my last tattoo from her, I was like, man, that was such a good experience. I really want another tattoo. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? And I was on the phone with my dad, and I was like, Dad, like, I really want to get another tattoo. And I knew whatever tattoo I wanted to get next, I wanted it to be like, because a lot of my tattoos are like words. I have some in here too. But I really wanted to get a tattoo that was like a picture or like an image, not just words. And my dad was like, "Why don't you get a tarot card?" And I was like, "Oh my god, I cannot believe I didn't think of that." And of course, I get the sun card. That's if I ever get another tarot card tattooed on me, it would probably be the moon. Um, but because those are very like cool to me. Um, but once he said tarot card, I was like, oh, ding, 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 ding. Like, I can't believe I didn't think of that myself. Like, of course I would get a tarot card on me. Anyway, Sassy Libra. Hello. Hi. So my son is worried about his job because a coworker was getting off work and she changed into her regular clothes, and on the shirt there was two melons, and he said nice melons, and another manager heard. You know, I believe that you're telling me the truth right now, and I think that's hysterical. Um, that's like something I would say. I would totally say that to someone. I mean, honestly, listen, I will tell you something right now. If that causes him any kind of problems, he doesn't want to work at that shitty place anyway. If the manager is going to be such a dickhead to make a big deal out of a joke, he was joking. And the girl's walking around with a t-shirt with two big melons on it. I mean, hello. Like, that's a joke waiting to be told. I mean, I give your son credit. It was his duty in that moment as an earthling to say those words out loud. He had to. He can't let that pass by. And are gonna if the managers are gonna be like so vindictive or just like get a sense of humor, like that's hysterical. Anyway, but I mean, I will tell you one thing. If something bad does come of that, then he doesn't want to work there anyway. Tell him to go get a job at a coffee shop. Or better yet, be a server at a restaurant. Tell him to get a job where he also gets tips. Because Trader Joe's doesn't pay much of anything. So why not? If you're going to get a lower paying job, then might as well get one where you get paid hourly, but you also get tips on the side. You know, I work in a coffee shop. I make pretty close to minimum wage, but I also get tips from the public. So it's not like the worst job in the world, you know? Tell him to get a job like that. And if he works at Trader Joe's, then clearly he's probably a very nice person because I all I've ever heard about Trader Joe's is that if you work there, you have to be super nice to people. So clearly he knows how to do that. He clearly has emotional intelligence. So he can definitely get a job at like somewhere where he'll make better money. But is your question to me what is going to be the outcome of this? Is that your question? Like what's going to come of this situation? Hi, Aquarius. I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. And of course, you can ask a free question. It's in the title of the video. Okay. So you want to know about the outcome. The whole situation is ridiculous, but I will be pulling 3 cards for this question. Well, he's not going to get fired. You know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing something really annoying coming from this, but he's not going to get fired. But something will happen that seems like a loss. So most likely, obviously, just logically, what I'm thinking at first is that he's probably just going to get spoken to about it. Which means that dirty, rotten girl probably is going to say something to somebody. I mean, listen, I know we should all have respect for each other, but that's a funny joke. Come on, have a sense of humor. Anyway, whatever. But I do think it's going to set him off and he's going to start looking for something else anyway. So at some point, he's going to fire himself. and get himself a better job. Okay, I just want to know what's coming up for me from now until the weekend. Thank you. Okay. Of course he was joking. That's hysterical. Nice melons. That's fucking funny. I like that is so something my dad would say. Anyway, but my dad likes to make a lot of jokes. My dad's insane though. My dad is a crazy person. My dad picked me up from work the other day, and he picked me up. And the place I work at is a coffee shop, but it's in like a strip mall where there's also like a really big grocery store. And we were exiting the parking lot, and we were taking a left, so we had to wait for traffic to kind of go by until there was a free moment that he could get out of there. And then we go out, and he's like, yeah, he was like, this is how insane my dad is. He was like, oh yeah, I'd like that guy to beep at me. He didn't even have to put on his brakes. Ridiculous. And I'm like, wait, did he beep at you? And my dad was like, no. But my dad was like getting pissed off, and I'm like, okay, so you're just angry because he could have. The guy did not, like, listen, Dad, you're a crazy person. He did not beep at you. There's no issue. It's like my dad got pissed off that there could have been an issue. Driving with my dad is fucking, I mean, I like talking to him during the drive and stuff, but he is like such an angry driver. Like like I said, he got mad at something that didn't happen but could have happened. Anyway, fucking people. Anyway, Aquarius, you want to know what's coming up for you for the next couple days. Okay. All right. Okay, 1 card, 2 cards, and 3 cards. You know, Aquarius, I definitely feel like something is coming up here. You know, Aquarius, people make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. And I do kind of think in the next few days, you're going to make some kind of mistake. And, but you're going to instantly learn from it. But just know when something's a big deal and know when it's not a big deal. Because I feel like whatever this is that you're going to do, whatever mistake that you're going to make, it's really not that big of a deal. And just take it as a learning experience. And know, and because from now on, you're going to know that you made that mistake and you're not going to make the same mistake again, you know? And don't blame anybody for it. Just take it as it's actually a good thing because you're going to learn a valuable lesson from whatever this is. And it's really something that's not that big of a deal, but it is kind of a good lesson to learn anyway. Just go easy on yourself and take it easy, and just know in your heart that you would never make the same mistake again. Because you are, I'm assuming you're a pretty good person. You know, anyway. Oh my God. Ashley, that's fucking funny. That is so, I'm going to do that. I'm doing that from now on. Like when I'm working at the coffee shop, if I see someone who looks, you can tell that they're rich and they're really fancy. I'm going to be like, when they come up, I'm going to be like, and I'm going to grab the tip cup and like empty it under the counter. And I'll be like, oh, don't want them to steal from me. I'm so doing that from now on. Although it probably is more likely that a rich person's going to steal from you than a poor person. And I will say, the coffee shop that I work at is very popular and it's pretty much always busy. So I see a lot of the people that come in. It's always the people that don't have a pot to piss in that always tip the most. It's it's always that. And rich people don't usually tip that much. I swear to God. I mean, listen, there are rich people that do tip very well, but that typically 9 times out of 10, maybe 19 times out of 20, rich people don't give you a penny as a tip. Um, I'm just saying. Like, there's a woman who comes into my Dunkin'. She orders on the go, which means that before she even gets to the restaurant, she enters in her order on her phone, and so it's ready to pick up as soon as she gets there. She always gets a medium iced latte, which is like 5 something. And she always gives us like a $5 tip. She gives us like literally 100% tip whenever she gets her drink. And you know where she works? I know this because I've seen her working there. She works as a waitress at a diner. So, it's people like that know that, we rely on tips mostly. It's always people like that really, they're not, I can tell as a waitress, she probably makes decent money. I'm sure she makes more money than I do as a waitress, but I'm sure that she's not like rolling in dough. So to leave 100% tip every time you get a drink like that, and she's one of the only people that leaves us tips that orders on the go. We get a lot of on the go orders, and she's one of the only people that tips us. Almost every single one of those motherfuckers never leaves a tip. Ever. Like, if I was going to a coffee shop to order a drink, I wouldn't go unless I knew I could give them like at least like $1 tip. I mean, it also depends how much stuff you're ordering. That should kind of figure into what you're giving them. But like, I don't know. I wouldn't go. Like if I was getting a massage, I'm not gonna go get a massage unless I know I can give the person a decent tip. Like if you don't have the money to tip them, then you just don't go. You just don't go. Although I feel like that's different in different countries. Um, I mean, the truth is, I would honestly just rather make more money hourly and get no tips than having to have people tip me. Because I think it all goes back to greed. Like these companies, like no offense to Dunkin' Donuts, but y'all are greedy. And, you'd rather pay us close to nothing and you're going to make it the job of the customers to make sure we get paid well. That's what they're doing. They pay us close to nothing and then they make the customers give us money. You know what I mean? Because they don't want to pay us more. That's frustrating because they're getting richer and richer and richer. And, I'm a slave, basically. God, I hate that topic. It makes me so mad. That is pretty shocking, though. Like in the United States, it's different in different states, but there is a minimum wage that you have to pay people. And I just think it's so shocking that a business owner would choose to pay someone a minimum wage. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like if I opened a business and if I knew the business was going to make really, really, really good money, for me to still pay the person the minimum wage, I'm a God-fearing person. I would be so scared that karma or something horrible would happen to me. But these people are just either they don't believe in God or they think it'll never catch up to them. I would literally be terrified to pay someone the minimum, the absolute bare minimum that I'm allowed to. Like I couldn't do it. Like if I owned my own business, I would pay them well. I would give them something that I think is fair, where I'm making good money and they're making good money. But like I'm just saying, I couldn't pay minimum wage if I owned my own business. I would truly be afraid that, like, at any moment, a claw is going to emerge from the floor and just pull me down to hell. But I don't know. Although maybe those rich people are right. You know, clearly they seem happy. I mean, they have all the money and, you know, they have a lot of freedom because they have a lot of money and nothing bad ever seems to happen to these people. So maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. Hey, Ayana, how you doing? Sorry, I didn't mean to like make this. I'm basically talking politics right now, is what I'm doing, and I hate that. So I'm so sorry. That is not. It's a nauseating topic. I shouldn't have even brought it up. I need a cigarette after that discussion. Anyway. You know, have you guys heard of those? Well, you must have. I mean, we all live in reality, so I'm sure you've heard of this. But you know those shots that people are getting, like the like Ozempic and Wegovy and Manjaro and like those like weight loss drugs, or they're I think they're for. I mean, what I keep hearing is that those drugs are for like a million different things. Like they're good for like 100 different reasons. I really fucking want to get on one of those. The only problem is I keep hearing from people that it just kind of makes them sick. Like there's a woman who comes into my work. She gets a large iced coffee every day. Although her coffee is very rich. It has like a lot of syrup in it and cream and sugar. It's like a very rich coffee. And she says that because she's been on this shot now for a few weeks, and she says that because she's on this shot, she can't even finish her coffee anymore because I don't know, I would have to ask her to get a better picture, but she says that it's see, I don't even know what she said. I guess maybe she just doesn't have the appetite to like finish it, but I really want to get on one of those fucking things. Not that I'm fat, but I wouldn't mind losing a little bit of weight. Although that's like ridiculous. Like if God wants me to be fat, then I'll be fat. If God wants me to be skinny, then I'll be skinny. It has nothing to do with how much you eat or what you drink or anything. Like whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you that right the fuck now. You can eat all the food in the world all day long for years and years and still be rail thin. If God wants me to be fat, I'll be fat. That's really what it kind of all boils down to. I hate that it's as simple as that, but that's kind of the absolute truth. Anyway, someone asked a question. Hi, Earth Angel. Will Alex come back? Let me see. Girl, Earth Angel, let me tell you something right now. You have got to let Alex go. He is not a good person. Okay? He has a dark spirit. He's very negative. I don't know what fucking dimension that he comes from, but he's bad news. He has bad intentions. He's not a good person. You have got to let him go. Look towards the future and get excited about something new coming. I mean, especially when I see this card in reverse, I think that this is just truly a negative, evil person with an evil heart. Okay? Just let him go. I don't think he's coming back, and even if he did, you don't want him to. All right. I mean, Ari, of course. So, Ari, are you telling me that he thinks bullying is a good thing? Because, of course, that's evil. Um, whatever you think about a person, nobody should be bullied. So, I mean, what's the conversation even about? He's not a good person. I was bullied for years and years growing up, and mostly for being gay, which is something that I didn't really get to choose, but that's who I ended up being. Um, it doesn't feel good. Getting bullied about anything is just fucked up. Like if you see someone who's super, super overweight, and let's say you really want to, you can tell that this person doesn't like being overweight and it makes them feel bad about themselves. There are gentle, nice, kind ways to kind of go about maybe instilling some confidence in them or getting them to change what they're doing to make a better outcome for them, for that person. But you don't go about it by bullying them. But, you know, if someone's struggling with their weight and it's making them feel terrible about themselves, you clearly know that this person needs some kind of help. Maybe try to understand who they are and like where they're coming from, and maybe it would give you a better idea of what to say to them that could actually make them change their own ways. But you don't go about it by calling them names or like whatever. You catch, what is the expression? You catch more flies with honey, you know? Anyway, Amor. Hi, can I ask? I took a patient. Okay, Amor. So you took care of somebody. You made some kind of mistake, and you want to know if the mistake that you made is going to be detrimental to the person. Okay. I mean, you're not God, so there's really nothing that you would do that would affect any other spirit other than like God. But I mean, literally, like, guys, honestly. But I mean, you asked a question, and I'm going to pull some cards. And let's see what I meant to say. So, more, I see good energy coming your way. I just think whatever you're worrying about, just let it all go. I think it's going to be a good outcome. All right. Okay. Hi, Margaret. But Ari, just let me know if you want me to, whatever question you want me to answer, just let me know. Anyway, Margaret, will TJ be upset with the news I have to tell him next month? Okay. Okay. Margaret, will TJ be upset with the news I have to tell him next month? All right. Ari, I'll just pull one card for each, and I can get a clear, I'll just get a clear message from just that. Oh my God, what was this? Okay, Margaret. Yeah, I think he's going to be very upset. And I have look at this reading I just pulled. Does this have something to do with money or like your job or making money or something? Because this reading came out all money, um, or work or something like that. Um, okay. Anyway, yeah, he's going to be very upset. Okay, so Ari, let me pull one card for each. And the question, I mean, the answer might be both are good options. So, but I can probably get an idea of if they're both good options, I could most likely get an idea of which one is even better. But okay, what was the first one? Sam? Yeah, Sam, and then let me pull one for Taylor. I mean, Ari, look at this. This is kind of crazy. By the way, stuff like this happens all the time with tarot cards. That's why I believe in them so much. Like, even if someone tells me I'm wrong, it does not shatter my confidence in the cards at all because stuff like this is constantly happening, which, I mean, anyway. But for Sam, I got the 10 of Swords upright. And for Taylor, I got the 9 of Swords in reverse. So we got the 9 and the 10 of Swords. Huge coincidence. But nothing in tarot is a coincidence. I mean, what I'm seeing here is that well, let me just say, I think Sam is a better choice. Um, well, see, none of this really looks that great to me. I mean, both of these cards are kind of dark in nature, so that's kind of a clear sign that probably neither is that great. And the 9 of Swords in reverse, you can see that as a good thing, but I think I just can't help but feel when I'm looking at these cards that both guys you would have a lot of fun with. And I think both of these guys, you would end up, if you were to date either of them, you would probably be with them for a long time. But in the end, you would be very unhappy with just the overall energy, and you would end up leaving anyway. Um, I mean, I guess it depends. Are you looking for a relationship that lasts forever and you don't want to waste your time with anything else? Because I think both of these guys you would have a really good time with, and you would be with them for probably a few years. But and I feel like both of these situations, whether or not you date Sam um or Taylor, um I see that in the end, both guys you would end up breaking up with, but it would always be for like really dumb reasons. But if it's something that you just can't get over, then you have to let it go. But anyway. Hi, Leo. Well, you know what's funny? The Ten of Swords upright, I see as a pretty good card. It means you've gone through the process. You know, you're finally moving on to a new phase in life, but you're moving on in peace. That's what I see when I see the the Ten of Swords upright. You're letting something go and you're moving on, but it's a peaceful transition. You know, if you've ever noticed, the guy with all the swords in his back, he's holding up the peace symbol in his hand. Um, I mean, the Ten of Swords in reverse is a very dark card. That means something is over and you can't let it go. You're hanging on to the past. The Ten of Swords upright means you're not hanging on to the past. You're truly moving on. Um, it's shocking how much the Ten of Swords comes up in readings. Because, I mean, even if you don't believe in tarot cards, that would mean that you believe in some kind of probability thing, which, you know, I don't believe in the whole probability thing. I think cards that come up are supposed to be there. Um, anyway. Leo, will Anselin ask me to be his girlfriend? Yes, Leo. Absolutely. And that's all I got to say to you. Ayana, I have a next door neighbor who seems to come out to talk to my husband when I am inside. I have funny vibes from her. Should I worry? No. Anna, I don't think you should worry. And I'm assuming that you're afraid she's going to make some kind of move on your husband, right? That's like what you're concerned about. I don't think she's romantically interested in your husband at all. I actually think she's a pretty good person. So maybe just get out of your head a little bit about this. I mean, look at this reading. Anyway. Damien, I'm doing good. I'm having a good day. I've been live for over 2 hours. 2 hours and 17 minutes. Anyway. Okay. Ari, I love that question. I don't care. Whether they're black, I mean, I do really like black guys because they're just so sexy and they have huge, pieces of meat. But I like them all. As long as, like, if I was gonna date someone, listen, call me crazy. I just want you to treat me really well. I want you to really like me. And I want you to have a decent sized penis. It doesn't have to be like a fear factor dick. You don't have to have some gigantic thing that's going to scare me, but it has to be like decent. You know what I mean? I mean, my dream guy probably would be like a black guy, but I like them all. Anyway. Okay. Anyway, Steph, am I going to be able to work my work schedule around school until spring, or at least until after my vacation in October? Okay, so Steph, you want to know if you're going to have success with this. Ari, I love you. I really do love you. Oh, God. Yes. Who am I talking to? Steph. Everything's going to work out. You're going to get exactly what you want. It's all going to work out for you. Okay? So don't worry about it. I see plenty of money. I see you being able to do the things that you want to do. And I see it all working out. Okay. All right. Hang on, everybody. I will be right back. I want to go make another cocktail. Just give me about like 1 minute. Okay. And I'm back. Okay. I think there was someone who asked a question. Oh, Alina. Um, Alina. My name is Amira Katharina, but people just call me Amira. Okay. Hi, Amira. How does Wally currently consciously feel about me? That sounded like a song. How does Wally currently consciously feel about me? I don't know. Like, it doesn't really rhyme that much, but it kind of does. Anyway. So let's think about Wally. Well, Amira, it doesn't look good. Um, so I'm assuming the two of you have some kind of history and something went wrong. Um, but because for him, what I'm seeing in these cards, for him to feel this way about you, it seems like something definitely went wrong. This isn't like a crush of yours and you're just wondering how he's feeling about you. I feel like something definitely went wrong here. And now there's resentment. But anyway. All right. Tani and Ro. Hi. Hello, Australia. Hello. Good day. I'm sorry. I can't do an Australian accent. I can sort of do a British accent, but I've never been able to do the Australian thing. Ever. Anyway, I'm going for a job interview next week, and I want to know if I will get the job or not. Okay. Yes, Alina. Okay. So will Tani get the job interview? I mean, will Tani get the job after the interview? Okay, let me see. Well, since you don't speak English that well, I'll try to keep the response simple and quick and brief. Well, Tani, I think the answer is no. Um, you don't want this job anyway. I honestly do not see you getting the job, but I swear there's a good reason for it. Um, I mean, still go to the interview and do what you got to do, but I'm feeling like what will unfold is that you probably won't get it. But I still think you should do the interview because hopefully I'm wrong and maybe you get the job and you love it and it's wonderful. I hope so. I really hope that's the case. So still do it, but something tells me it's not that good. Um, Like, trust me, this is something that you do not want to be doing anyway. Um, I thought about being a peer worker too, but that's a joke. Me helping someone else with their problems. Oh God. Oh, Damien asked me a question. Let me see. Are me and Connor compatible romantically? I met him on Hinge, but I don't think we could match enough to date. Okay. So let me tap into the energy of you and Connor. You and Connor. Well, Damien, I think you're definitely compatible. I see a lot of really good energy here. In all the big ways, you're very compatible. I feel like the ways in which you think you're not compatible are very small and insignificant. Um, I would give him a chance because I actually think that Connor is someone definitely worth your time. Okay. So just try it out. Ask him out. Um, see where it goes. But I actually definitely see this going somewhere. Okay. And these are the cards I got. Let me show you. And I'm all caught up. Yay. I'm going to light some incense. Let's get some of that going again. You're all very welcome. You're welcome. I'm having fun. Oh, you know what I want to talk about? So, you're going to gag at this information. Okay. So, there's a comedian that I really like named Kathy Griffin. You might have heard of her. She likes to call herself a D-list celebrity, so not everyone really knows who she is. But I'm as a gay man, of course I know who she is, right? Okay. Lately, she's been having kind of a comeback, and she's been making a lot of YouTube videos, and she's been really involved on YouTube. She made a live stream a few days ago, and she was talking about Rachel True. She only for a minute or two, but Rachel True was one of the witches in The Craft, the original movie, The Craft from the 90s. Rachel was the girl who made that other girl's hair fall out. Okay. The black girl. You know what Kathy Griffin said? That Rachel True is super into tarot cards. How much do we love her? So the witch from The Craft is like a witch in real life. I fucking love that. I can only imagine the kind of experiences that she's had throughout life. Oh my God. I want to meet Rachel True. As far as I know, I mean, maybe, but I've never heard of any of those other girls being into tarot cards or anything witchy. I want to meet Rachel. I bet she's had some pretty freaky experiences. I mean, everybody has at one point or another, but I want to hear what she has to say, you know? She's into tarot cards. Why don't I know about this stuff? I'm so out of touch. Damien, as a gay man, I feel ashamed that I did not already know that. Shame on me. Wow. Can you imagine getting a tarot card reading from Rachel True? That would be the trippiest experience ever. For just some dude who works a minimum wage job that nobody knows about, if I got a tarot card reading from her, I would you know what's funny? I think afterwards I wouldn't even remember it because I'm like I would just like I don't know. I would just end up forgetting about the entire experience because I would never be able to believe that that happened to me, you know? I swear, if I was working at my coffee shop and all of a sudden some celebrity walked in, I'm not sure I would actually see the person's face. Like my mind would change it to like a different face because I don't think I could possibly like see the person. Like I couldn't believe it. Imagine actually like literally seeing the person. Yeah, The Craft. I don't know what my favorite movie is. It's either The Craft or Practical Magic. It's one of those two movies. I love those two movies so much. I'm not sure which one I like more. Hi, Erica. Does my son's dad, Cedric, ever think of rekindling our romantic relationship? Okay, Erica, Erica. Erica. Ashley, did you just say that to me? Of course I've seen The Witches of Eastwick, another incredible movie. Of course I've seen that movie. Those ladies, are you kidding? I'm a gay man. You think I haven't seen that movie? Huh. I haven't seen that movie in years. I would love to see that movie again sometime soon. But of course I've seen that movie. You got Brandon, gay icon. Cher, of course a gay icon. Michelle Pfeiffer, of course I've seen that movie. And then that guy, Jack Nicholson, who is ugly as sin, but I don't know why I don't know why women are like about him. So, Erica, you know, he does think about it from time to time, but it's nothing that he would ever truly pursue. Um, it's kind of like he has the thought for just a few seconds, and then all of a sudden he thinks logistically about like how the two of you were together. I see a lot of like not helping each other out and a lot of kind of petty stuff. Um, but no, I mean, he does think about it sometimes, but it's something that he would never pursue. And it's honestly something that I think is probably not even a good idea. I think you need to look towards the future and be open to something else besides him. Anyway, yeah, of course. And Witches of Eastwick, when they made that voodoo doll out of wax, and then they're like doing all the witchy stuff with the voodoo doll, incredible. There is somebody that has a voodoo doll that wants to fuck with me constantly because it seems like whenever I go live, especially in the beginning of the live stream, all of a sudden my nose starts to itch really bad. I don't know why. I swear it's somebody with a voodoo doll just tickling its nose with a feather. I'm telling you, because my nose just gets so itchy. I think voodoo dolls work. In some kind of crazy awesome way, they somehow work. I mean, it's not really a good thing unless you're trying to do something good for somebody. I mean, if you're using a voodoo doll for some kind of dark evil reason, then that's obviously not good. But, you know, not everyone's a good person, you know? If there is the existence of good, there is the existence of evil. I mean, I would love to think that everything is just wonderful and dandy and love and light, but, you know, I definitely believe in other dimensions. I believe in these spirits that just don't have good intentions. I believe that's out there. Absolutely. It would it just makes perfect sense to me that if there is good, there would also be these like dark energies too. I mean, trust me, I want to believe that everything comes from love, but I mean, although everything does come from love, but some people love to love others and some people love to hate others, you know? It's still love, it's still desire, but it's just people wanting completely different things. That's why I really believe, like, you know, sometimes I give a tarot card reading and I say, like, okay, I don't see this having a good outcome, but because I don't think I'm going to go through life and everything wonderful is going to happen to me. And I'm just saying, based on the past that I have, I've been through some really scary, horrible stuff. I always, life goes on, but I mean, I have no idea. I actually have no clue, but it does make perfect sense to me. Um, yeah. But I guess at the end of the day, I really do believe in good spirits, and I believe that these good spirits are very powerful. So I guess no matter what I go through, none of it's ever going to matter to me because I'll always come out the other end in a good place. I certainly want to be in my just talking about me as a spirit. I'm telling you right now, in my core of cores, I want to be in a good place with good people, having good experiences. That's where I choose to lead myself. And then on top of it, there are these good spirits that are there to help me. So I guess at the end of the day, when all is said and done, I might go through something bad, but I'll always come out the other end in a better place. So I guess it's there might be the existence of dark, bad energy, but I guess at the end of the day, it's never going to matter. You know, I want to be among people who love me and who I also love in return. That's always going to be the case. I mean, obviously, I don't want to be among people that like hate me or want bad things for me. That makes no sense. I would never want that ever. There's nothing in the universe and the multiverse that would make me want that. Not even not even in my wildest dreams do I choose or want to be around people who just despise me and want terrible things for me. You know what I mean? But anyway, thanks and praise. Who do you give it to? Oh. Hi, Ann Schumann. Um, okay. So, Ann Schumann, I kind of think I know what you're trying to ask me, but I'm going to be honest. I really don't understand the question. It's kind of not, there's like, I'm not even sure what to, I have no clue. I don't know what, I don't know what I'm meant to get on. Um, so you want to wish her a happy birthday and you don't know if you should. That's not a question. Of course you should wish her a happy birthday. If you want to, then do it. I mean, I don't get it. Like, that's just a nice thing to say to somebody. Well, of course, wish her a happy birthday. Despite everything, whatever has gone on between the two of you, just, well, I don't know. But at the end of the day, that's just a nice thing to say to somebody. Wish her a happy birthday, and also maybe add a little blessing. And I don't know. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Yes, wish her a happy birthday. It's gonna make her feel good. And by the way, Ann Schumann, she might not notice it until a little later, but there will be good energy in return from that. So, Hoff, to answer your question, I don't think so. He's clearly not being honest. Although I think the things that he's lying to you about are, I definitely feel like he's lying to you about money. Um, and it's hard to tell because the way he comes off, it's like he has money. But which I don't care. Like, I could care less if I was like, you know, I don't care if you don't have that much money. I don't have that much money, but I'm kind of always honest about it just because if you're trying to build like a connection with someone, you kind of, I mean, you shouldn't lie about anything. Um, but I'm definitely sensing dishonesty is what I'm seeing. Um, anyway, okay. I'm so terrible at shaving my head. On Monday morning, I shaved my head before my tattoo appointment. I don't know. I mean, I know I can do it myself, but you see right there, I missed a tiny little spot. I went to work on Tuesday with this situation going on. I don't know. But like I swear that I checked it and it looked fine. And then later that day, my dad told me that I missed a spot, and I'm like, of course I did. You know, I always do. But it's so unfortunate. Uh, I always miss a spot. Whether I'm shaving my face or shaving my head, I always miss a spot, which someone else is kind enough to point out later that day. Um, you know what the problem is? I don't check it enough. Whenever I shave my head, I have like a mirror and I hold it. I look in my bathroom mirror and I have this other mirror and I try to look and I'm like, did I get everything? Is it patchy? And sometimes it is. So I'll go back and I'll try to make it perfect. And then I go back again, I check, and then I think it looks fine. I don't think I've ever shaved my head or my face and have it be perfect. I swear. I'm always missing a spot or two. I don't know. I need to. I feel like when I'm checking it, I'm like lazy or something, or maybe I don't care enough. I don't know what it is, but I'm just like always missing a spot. Whatever. Hi, Dee. What would happen with the new neighbor? Are they going to choose peace or continue with their noises? Okay. Okay, D. Let me see. Well, well, D. I think the outcome will be very good. I see a very good outcome, but fundamentally, it's going to depend on choices that you make. Um, because I think that you have some kind of power in this all, and like you can do. And I feel like there's a couple things you could do to make the situation better. It depends on what you choose, but either way, whatever you choose, it could make the situation better. So, you have the power to make this better. Um, but I think the outcome will be very good. So that's a nice thing to say. And I am seeing a lot of positivity in this reading for the most part. So there you go. All right. Okay, well, I'll be right back. I am going to go clean up my ashtray and make another drink. I'll be back in about 1 minute. Okay? Be right back. Okay, and I'm back. This is empty. The mixer that I used to mix the vodka with, I put a little bit too much water in it. I got distracted and it just kept filling up, and then shit, like I tried to kind of compensate for that by adding a little less vodka and a little more of the mixer, but I don't know if this is gonna work out. Whatever. It's booze. It's booze. It'll be fine. God, this is so full. I literally like had to walk gingerly over here. This is like full to the brim. Wait, brim? Full to the rim? I don't know. I'm not good at English. It's fine. Oh my God. I've been live for over 3 hours and it's only like 8:30 in the morning. God. I'm probably not going to be live for that much longer just based on how I'm feeling. I'll probably like go pass out for a little while. Um, Most likely I'll be live again tomorrow morning unless I'm not feeling well, but um anyway. But for right now, I'm still here and we can chit chat and talk about whatever. Or if someone wants to ask a question that hasn't yet, feel free to ask. Yeah, chilling out, shooting the breeze. You know what I learned a few months ago? Um, there's a song by Madonna that I really, really like, and it's Ray of Light. Yeah. I love that song. You know what's funny about that song? I feel like it's so good, and yet it like on the internet, it doesn't have that many views. It's just kind of bizarre to me. It's always weird because I'll find a song on YouTube that has like 2 billion views and it's really not like I really don't like it. But then there's this wonderful fantastic song that's so meaningful and so magical and yet it honestly doesn't have that many. I mean, it does have a lot of views compared to any fucking thing I would do. But like I'm just wondering, like, why don't more people want to watch that? I don't know. But anyway, Ray of Light by Madonna is a great song. And she says the word Zephyr. And I never really knew what that meant. But one day I looked it up and I guess it's like a breeze. Um, but like a light breeze in the air. Zephyr in the sky at night, I wonder, do my tears of morning sink beneath the sun? I don't know, just the whole language of that whole song. It's so like mystical and it's very like, I mean, if Madonna wrote that song, you know she believes in God or she believes in something bigger than us all. Like you can tell by like the language of it, her intention, it just seems like she's trying to just give people something that will restore faith, something like that. But yeah, because you, what did you say? Something about breeze. I heard. Um, oh no, I said that shooting the breeze. Yeah. You know what's funny? I'm typically not a huge fan of watching music videos. Um, there's so many songs that I love, 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 but um, I don't know. I find that the actual music video to different songs, even though they're wonderful pieces of art, but there's like so much going on before your eyes that it's so overwhelming. It's just a lot to take in like 4 minutes. And I don't know, it just kind of gives me anxiety. And like, if I want to listen to a song that I really like, I tend to put on the lyric videos. Like on YouTube, there's like for every song you can think of, there's like a video, and there's really no imagery except for the written lyrics on the screen. I tend to go for those more because I just don't want to like overwhelm myself, you know? Um, listen, I'm fragile. I'm very fragile because I get like these weird, I don't know, like the music video to Ray of Light. There is a lot going on in that video, and I don't know. Listen, I get panic attacks maybe like once or twice a week, and I just I don't know, even when it's not happening, I'm afraid it's going to happen. Cuz when it does happen, it's just so awful. It's just this weird like mind fuck that happens to me. I don't really blame science. I don't think it's because of my brain or some kind of extraordinary brain cells that are able to override everything else that I think of. But I mean, it is something that happens to me. I don't know why, but I certainly know that it could be different. It can be different. The possibility is there, but like usually when I'm having a panic attack, I just want to go lay down in my bed and I don't know, cover my eyes and try to sleep it off, or maybe watch some videos and um, like distract my mind away from panic and try to make it focus on like being entertained. Um, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have that problem forever. It is truly a significant thing, but um, I think it's probably going to go away at some point. I don't know how long I'm going to live for. Maybe I'll live for another million years. Maybe I'll live for an infinite amount of time. Maybe I'll only live for another 10 years. I don't know. But I'm really hoping that I don't have to like deal with this until some kind of bitter end. Like Like, I want there to be a time in my life when I'm like happier and smarter and more capable and like good things are happening for me. And that's what I'm really hoping for. Like, I can't imagine that I'm going to have this weird problem forever, some weird thing that no one's ever heard of. And it's like, it's, I don't know if it's a panic attack because I think from what I know about panic attacks, it seems way more extreme than what I have. But still, what I go through is kind of extreme, but it doesn't look like, when I've seen someone have a panic attack, it doesn't look the same. So I don't know, but whatever. Whatever. Who cares? I don't know. um, just to change the topic because I don't like talking about my panic attacks, whatever reason they happen. Maybe I have panic attacks because there's like a demon lurking over my shoulder that's doing something, or maybe um, who knows. I know that whatever reason it is that it happens, it's something that's truly supernatural and unexplainable, but that I know. But at the end of the day, I don't really have all the information, so it's not worth even worrying about because I certainly don't have any say over it. Um, but let me just change the topic. And there's a woman that I work with, and her son is like, I don't know, like 4 years old or 3 years old or something. She wants me to make a painting for her son's bedroom. And we both agreed on Spider Man. So one of these days coming up, I'm gonna make a painting of Spider Man, and it's gonna be like its bust, like from like here up, it's gonna be Spider Man. I'm gonna try to make it as interesting as possible, but um, I'm gonna try to give it a lot of texture and interest, and I mean, if I can, but I don't know, because that image to me is like so simple, but I need to try to make it look artistic, and I have to make it look like a painting. I don't know. One of these days, when I'm sober enough to do it, I'm gonna do it. Anyway, um, hi Melodia. Um, my friendship prediction. Okay. So you have a friend and you want to know how things are going to turn out. Am I right? Don't tell me anything else, but just, is that basically what you're asking? Like, you have a friend and you want to know how things are going to turn out. That's what you're asking me. let me know. Hi, Vani. I'm doing all right. I'm getting a little tired. Um, I'm probably gonna take off soon and go take a nap. Um, anyway, okay. So your friendship prediction. Let me see, Melodia. Okay, so clearly there's someone in particular. You want to know how things are going to turn out. I'm hoping it's good. Um, God, I hope I'm right about this. Because I can see something in this reading, and I'm like terrified that I'm going to be completely off. But there's definitely a message here. So, Melodia. I think you and your friend are going to overcome this. You're going to get past it. And in the end, the energy is going to be really, really good. I do feel like romance is involved somewhere. I totally see that in the cards. Like something about, I mean, that could manifest in like a gazillion different ways. So I'm not quite sure like what actually happened, but um well, because you're asking me about like what is the future between me and my friend. So clearly there must be some kind of problem. And I feel like that problem somehow has to do with romance or romantic love somehow. I mean, am I right to say that, or is it something like completely different? Um, but that is clearly what I was meant to say to you. But anyway, to answer your question, the future is looking bright between you and your friend. Um, all will be good and all will be well. All right. But can you like give me some feedback? Because I'm really curious to know. This is the reading I got. Okay. Well, Melod. Ah, shit. Hang on. Um. Okay, Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. Welcome back. What is coming in the month of June for me? Okay, let me see. What is coming in the month of June for Jasmine? I can't believe we're almost in June. You guys, time is going by so quickly. It's shocking. It's truly incredible. By the way, Jasmine, I'm doing very good. Um, I'm having a good day. In a few minutes, I'm going to go take a nap. I'm going to have a glorious, wonderful nap. And hopefully, I have pleasant, magical dreams. And then I'll wake up and go about my conscious life. But okay. So, Jasmine, this is a weird reading. I have 012. So, Jasmine, I mean, wait, what was the question? It was about June, right? I mean, Jasmine, in the month of June, um, I don't know, Jasmine, just think things through. Like, if you're starting a new journey, a new process, um, I don't know. Don't waste your money on dumb things. Like, you know, I think just I think there's something that you really need to start. Um, you know, there's an entirely new journey that you really need to start. Make the first move, and you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, just do it, but don't waste your money on stupid things. Don't be a fool. Um, I mean, use your logic. Ask yourself, like, what am I good at? What do I excel at? Um, and I feel like a lot of this is about money, but like, how can I really change my life? How can I really start a whole new beginning for myself? Um, and stop with the nonsense. Like, but anyway, this is the reading I got. You're welcome. Um, I think up next is Vani. Vani, are you still here? Sorry, I'm like starting to slur. I'm a little drunk and I can't really get my words out very well. So just work with me. Um, Vani, are you here? Are you here? Vani? And I think that's the last person I have to do for now. All right, I don't think Fani's still here anymore. Um, Thank you, Rosa. Thank you. As Christina Aguilera once said, I am beautiful no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down. I am beautiful in every single way. That song is like from the highest points of heaven. It's such a beautiful song. Okay. And yeah, you can ask a question, of course. Okay, Jasmine Thomas. Hey, Marco. Hi. Will I receive a job offer by tomorrow? Well, Jasmine Thomas. I mean, I really hope not. because I feel like the places that you're applying to, like, I don't know. I just feel like you need to have more respect for yourself, and you need to try to get a better job than what you're applying to. I can't help but feel like you are so capable, and I feel like the manager or the boss is a guy, right? Because I see that with this card. Um, I don't know why you want to work there because you're so much smarter and so much more capable than to work at that place. I mean, I don't get it. Like, why don't you try to? And I feel like wherever you're meant to work, it's already something that you're already very good at. Like, you're really good at something, but you're not applying to a place. I mean, I don't know. I feel very connected to this reading, and it's not because I'm half drunk. It's really not because of that. I just feel like Jasmine Thomas, you're really good at a particular thing. I don't know what that thing is, but you need to pursue that. Like, I don't know. Um anyway, okay. I feel like I've exhausted this. Okay, Kaya. I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right, but forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. It's either Kaya or Kaya. Um, but anyway, I shared a very personal infos with someone, and now I am not sure if I should have done that. Will that person tell me, or will that person tell on me or use it against me? Okay, so you're a little paranoid about something, and you're looking for a message. Um, all right, Kaya. Kaya, 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 Kaya. Kaya. Okay, Kea. One card. Two cards and three cards. Listen, Kea. Oh, yeah. Um, Kea, all you need to know is that I see plenty of money coming your way. I see lots of money coming your way. Forever. For all of eternity, I see money and wealth coming your way. Um, I mean, um, this person or whatever, none of it matters because you're going to get what you want and need. So, I mean, honestly, based on your question, I do think that you're going to have to go through a headache with this whole situation, but it's nothing that's going to matter to you in the end because I still see plenty of money coming your way. Okay? So, anyway, these are the cards I got. Oh. Okay. Okay. Prana is so Prama, or what does it say? Prerna. Is this person your future husband? Okay, I get it. Okay. Um, God, I need a nap. I need a nap. Okay. I think this is going to be the last question that I do. Okay, how do I say this? Prerna. Prerna. So you want to know, is this guy your future husband? The answer is no. No. And you should know better. I mean, that's totally what I'm seeing in this reading. Like, you should know better. I don't know why you're even asking. Like, don't be so, I don't know what it is, but maybe desperate or like you don't believe in yourself enough. I'm not sure what it is, but this is not the guy for you. I don't know why you're even asking because I can't help but feel like he has absolutely done things that totally made you question everything. I mean, why are you asking? And I'm seeing some big energy in this reading. I have 3 cards and they're all major cards. So maybe you've been together for a long time or um I mean, I don't know, but you should know better than to even consider him. Okay? All right, well, I'm going to go. I've been live for pretty much 4 hours now. And I did my thing. I gave readings. Hopefully I said the right thing to everybody. Um, I'm gonna go have one more drink and then I'm gonna completely pass out in bed. I'm probably gonna go watch some dumb drag queens talk about some nonsense on my TV. Okay. Thank you all for coming, and I will see you all in the next one. Most likely tomorrow morning. All right. Bye. Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming. Bye.